And now back to Bobby Likis Car Clinic and your host, Bobby Likis.
And welcome back to Bobby Likis Car Clinic. Get ready to call 888 Car Clinic so I can help you solve your car challenges. By the way, the Buick brand is evolving with its customer base, and 2017 was an exciting year for Buick. It was filled with the launch of 4 all-new products: the Enclave, Regal Sportback, Regal Tour X, and Regal GS, in addition to the launch of a new sub-brand, Avenire, the highest expression of Buick luxury. I love the look of that automobile. On the hotline with us now is Rob Peterson, Buick Marketing Manager from the North American International Auto Show in Detroit. Rob, welcome to Bobby Likis Car Clinic.
Oh, thanks, Bobby. It's great to be here.
The Buick brand has made a lot of progress the last few years and has one of the freshest lineups of new vehicles in the industry. Rob, from the various Buick Regal variants to the line of SUVs like the Encore and the Enclave and the new Avenir luxury line, how is Buick brand fulfilling the needs and wishes of nearly every driver?
Well, that's a great point here. I would start off with the freshest lineup. It really started about just under 2 years ago at this very show when we first showed the Buick Cascada convertible. Since that point in time, we've launched 7 new vehicles, including 4 last year, and then came out with the Avenir sub-brand. And it's not just that they're all new, it's where they're positioned in the marketplace that I think is really driving Buick's success. So many people have perceptions of where Buick was, and they look at sedans in that regard. And when they see our new sedans, the LaCrosse and the Regal and the Regal Sportback and the GS, it quickly changes their perception of where the brand's coming. It's vehicles like the Encore, which we sold nearly 90,000 units last year, almost 60% of which were to people who had never driven a Buick or even a General Motors vehicle before. That's really doing the yeoman's work of changing the face of the Buick customer. So between new products and the products in the right spots, we're really being able to get some market momentum, which, played out really well this year. We were up 1.6% over in 2017 in an industry that was a little bit, their year-over-year average for the industry was a little bit south.
Wow. So not only is that a point plus percentage above the norm, but not counting the south part. Share with our Car Clinic listeners and viewers the Avenir, the luxury line. I don't know how many years it's been, maybe 2 or 3, Rob, that I saw that a concept of that automobile. It was drop dead gorgeous. Let's talk about that vehicle with the trim package that's now paired.
Sure. Well, actually, there was 2 concept cars. The first one was the Avenir. And that came out in 2015, and it kind of showcased the new Buick logo plus the winged grille, some of the lighting changes, a little bit of it hinted at an interior change as well that was a much more inclusive design element for all 4 passengers inside the Avenir. The next year we came out with the Avenir concept, which was a much more aggressive, distinctive-looking concept vehicle. Had a black ice grille, had the same carryover logo and wings from the Avenir. And those 2 combined to kind of set the design style, the design for Buick Avenir going forward. So right now we have the Enclave in market. It's doing extremely well. Next month, Buick LaCrosse Avenir will begin arriving in dealerships. Both these vehicles have a very distinct front-end grille. It's a little on the exclusive side. They have unique interior colors to them. They have a chestnut with a gray piping that goes down. Tasteful badging that goes around. They also have up-level headlamps and tail lamps on both. So it's a much more exclusive experience. What we've learned in the past over the last 10 years is that the Buick owners are coming back and they're basically loading up their vehicles. And so Avenir is kind of built off of that premise. When they come in, a Buick owner looking for an Avenir gets all of the equipment that they want. And now with the Avenir exterior pieces to it, they get a little bit of an exclusive look to go along with it. So we're very bullish about the Avenir, very bullish about the Buick brand.
As well, you should be. We're talking with Rob Peterson, Buick Marketing Manager. So Rob, the new Buick Regal Tour X and Sportback are interesting offerings from Buick. Tell our Car Clinic listeners and viewers about those vehicles and also share GM's target buyer.
Oh, absolutely. So there's a lot of people talk about sedans and how the marketplace has kind of shrunk. but to date, it still represents about 12% of all vehicles sold. So there's a lot of growth opportunity in there. We have the Regal Sportback, which is a unique proposition in the midsize car section. From the street side, you look at it, it's a very Buick-esque sedan, but it has a Sportback, which means that it pops the whole hatch in the back, opens up, which allows for carrying extra odd-sized goods and some larger-sized goods, which gives us an element of functionality. So it's very traditional with the Buick sedan portfolio, but it has some functionality that we believe will carve out an element in that particular segment. From that base vehicle, we've been also able to offer the Tour X, and the Tour X is a wagon, which is truly the true essence of a crossover. It's positioned right in between a sedan and right in between a crossover. Wagons are something that a lot of people are enamored with, and we think there's a lot of potential in the marketplace for those people who like to drive the sedan but want the functionality of an SUV or the crossover. The Tour X is going to give that to them, and they're going to give it to them in a uniquely Buick style, something that people have come accustomed to.
So it would be fair to say that a Buick has a full line of options and vehicles from compact to full-size SUVs and crossovers. A website where we might get more information.
Sure. There's Buick.com. And to that very last point, our portfolio has kind of evolved. Our highest volume vehicle is the Buick Encore, which is a small SUV. In the last 2 years, we've entered the compact SUV marketplace with the Envision. We now have the Enclave for those with larger families. We have the Tour X if you don't want to go all the way up there. We're still strong in the sedan marketplace, so we're pretty confident that, A, we can do a great job of attracting new customers, but also retaining our Buick loyalists who have really powered through the brand in the last years.
Well, sounds like a plan to me. Rob Peterson, Buick Marketing Manager, joining us on Bobby Likis Car Clinic. Rob, I'll let you get back to the International Auto Show there in Detroit. Thank you so much for your time, and congratulations to GM and all of your associates for the great work that you're doing and for that larger-than-life niche that Buick has carved and recarving for the futures of GM.
Thank you, Bobby, and you have a great day as well.